Hello and welcome to this month's Abuse Cartoon Livestream. It's May 2025, and finally got, I guess we're in the final days of May, as usual, and we're we're finishing off May and then starting June for this year. So I hope everyone's doing well, and this is the return of the mint chocolate in Japan. I don't know what happened. But for some reason, I don't know if they think it's seasonal or somebody stopped buying mint oil or whatever. But the flavor of mint chocolate disappeared, except for maybe Baskin Robbins. But now it's back. I don't know why. I asked a few people and they said, "Oh, nobody likes that flavor." But when it's around, everything is in that flavor. So yeah, I don't know. So that's what we'll do for the snacks. Take a look at what's returned and what people are trying to do. Yeah, there was always like a generic like store brand like ice cream bar at 7-Eleven that was mint chocolate. And that was just like a standard thing they had forever. And then, yeah, just suddenly that was gone. And everything was out of the store. And it's only when Japan is really funny because they're so seasonal and so trendy. You're never going to, if you're craving a thing or you want something in a certain flavor, it's never going to be available when you want it. Things come and go so fast. Yeah, I've really learned if you see something you like or see something that's interesting, if you don't get it now, it's not going to be there the next time. Either it's going to sell out or going to be discontinued or something. I think I just drew a paper bag. But yeah, it's very very funny how quickly things move. And now with like the weird price. So usually we're kind of cushioned from cost of living and price increases on a lot of food stuff. But recently not. Recently, and I don't know if they're just getting brave and realizing people don't have a choice, or I don't know what's actually happened. But now companies are getting much braver about just raising the random price of things. And so we're getting a lot of random price increases, which is pretty rare here. Like things leveled off and stayed about the same for put some spots in this banana for a couple decades. I mean, really, there was, because nobody was getting a raise at work. There was no salary increases, and I guess that they've started like focusing on that as well. So salary increases and then cost of living increase. Yeah, that's the thing that's interesting is, your rent and like your basic stuff is going to stay pretty much the same. There's no big increases, but that also means there are no raises. Tariff talk. Hey, Arturo, how's it going? Arturo lurking in the shadows. And K5, nice to see you. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while since the cartoon stream. But always appreciate having you around, K5. But yeah, so this is streaming on both the Upturned Table channel and Abusecartoons. Abusecartoons isn't monetized, and it's just kind of hanging in there with this really just barely respectable subscriber count. So we'll just we'll stream on both channels for a while. But yeah, so if you're confused by this, if you just subscribe to Upturned Table and wondering what this cartoon thing is, this is what I'm always plugging on the weekly, the Friday weekly. Which this week again will not feature Chris. Chris has got more meetings. They love the meetings here. So yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. I'll bug Matt again if he's free, or maybe we'll just take a week off. if the news stories are nothing to write home about, do some other solo stream or something. But yeah, I'll bug you, Matt, later about that. Yeah, let's not do pay. Oh, it's on the same layer. But yeah, so no big changes. It's been really strange think the rainy season is kind of started early. June is kind of the typhoon season here. Not typhoon season, the monsoon season. Just this torrential downpour kind of rain that comes and goes. It's always kind of gray and miserable. But it seemed to have started a little bit early. We're getting kind of random showers, and then right after that you get hit with an increase in temperature and then that summer humidity. So we've had a couple days of that. It's not too bad now. It's kind of clear and sunny and not too humid, the kind of May weather, but it seems like it wants to be miserable. So then you get the hot summer, and then September is when the typhoons roll in, although they can come, just about any time now. But they're usually in September, so don't book your trip to Okinawa in September. The rates will be temptingly cheap, but there's a good chance you're going to have to buckle down and get hit hard by a tropical storm. And that's why, if you've ever been there, they adopted this really ugly, and maybe just because, military bases and everything, there's nothing pretty there except for some of the older traditional buildings. But a lot of the newer construction is this really thick, stout, almost looks like, something from Andor or whatever. These really heavy cast concrete squat buildings that are no more than, it's like a smashed parking garage is what most buildings look like there. It's really kind of brutalist and ugly, but it's, survives because, there's no big windows. There's no, I think, some of the hotels are pushing their luck. But a lot of the, government buildings and stuff, there's nothing nice. They're these squat little, sturdy things that are just able to take the, full force of whatever storm crosses the island. And then tons of chain link everywhere because of the military. What's another? Oh, let's do like a half-eaten sandwich. But yeah, so that's very, very odd. Yeah, that kind of, and I think, there's parts of the U.S. where there's a large base nearby, or like San Diego, where the ships are always coming into port, so you've got sailors all the time on leave. But that's pretty oppressive, that having that much military nearby. And they keep, I got my scale all wrong here, and they keep misbehaving. The military doesn't play so nice with the local government, and so people will do things, bar fights or attack people or, SA people, and then run back onto the base and hope they can get away with it. So that continues. And then they always, they keep promising, better cooperation between local authorities and the military, but yeah, it's not. And yeah, they're just they're not sending their best over to overseas on these bases. So yeah, I did that one comic show. I forget the name of the base. It was like Daniels or Douglas or something. And they did try to promote a lot of events, music festivals and craft fairs and stuff, and events to get people onto the base from the local area, just so they didn't seem so, they're just offering something as opposed to an occupation force. But yeah, it never felt too comfortable. And yeah, I don't know. It's a different mentality, and they talk about the rest of Japan, like the mainland. What is going on here? Is this not this? Yes, it is. They call it, the mainland, which is very odd because there's not much to it. But they do, kind of culturally behave differently. There's a lot of, used furniture stores and tattoo parlors and things that aren't in the rest of Japan. All right. I'm doing lunch. I think I just did that. Let me take a quick look at stuff I just uploaded. I think no, nothing. Oh, popcorn. That's right. But yeah, there wasn't security was very random as well. Like they were just checking for names on lists and things, but they wouldn't let taxis through. Like you had to have special permission as a taxi driver to get on the base. So sometimes you were just out of luck if you were trying to call a cab because no one with the right credentials was available. And then they would ask you to, I can pick you up outside the gate. And getting to the front gate is insane. Yeah, I had to push a bunch of junk to get near the front gate. And there's no, like, exit. There's no way to exit. So you're just kind of cutting through the security checkpoint. It's very, very bad. But, yeah, that was a long time ago now. All right, everything seems kind of not in scale here. And then still, let's go a little more. It's getting distorted. But yeah. Cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool, Matt. If you're available, I appreciate it. Yeah, they don't. I haven't seen a lot of vapes in. I mean, Tokyo. There's probably more. You know, they're a little more trendy, a little more importing stuff. But they have this weird thing, the smokeless cigarettes here, where you still have to buy cigarettes, and I'm not sure if it's a special type, but it looks like a vape. It's either a plastic tube or like a plastic, kind of cartridge looking thing, like a, magazine, like a, cartridge for a pistol or a, like some kind of little hard drive or something. But you put the cigarette in there and it heats it, and you just draw. And so with the filter sticking out, you put it in there and it heats the cigarette. It doesn't produce any smoke, but supposedly you draw nicotine off of it. So I see people in smoking areas doing that, and it seems like if it's smokeless, that you could use it anywhere. You're not producing any smoke, so no smoking wouldn't apply because you're not smoking. But I don't know what that is, but some kind of electronic cigarette thing where people are just like drawing heated air through a cigarette, and I'm not sure, maybe it's a special cartridge or something. But they're not doing water vapor. They're not vaping, so they're not blowing big clouds. So I don't know what that is, but they've tried a bunch of different things to keep the customers coming in. But the flavors of cigarettes here are getting really weird. The cost isn't that bad. I think it's much more affordable. But smokers are becoming more and more rare, which I was surprised, because this was a place that was super smoker friendly for the longest time, and now I think it was only Starbucks that you couldn't smoke inside, but now many shops are no smoking, and they turned their little smoking room. So sometimes they'll have a glass like enclosure in the dining area, and they've turned those smoking rooms. They've taken the doors off and just made that more dining. So I'm not sure if there was legal changes or what, but yeah, it's becoming harder and harder to find smoking areas in Japan. So I don't know. I don't know what the cause of that was. Oh, that's right. I'm blowing up everything. All right. Are we doing lunch? Yeah, so it's quite a thing. Yeah, but I don't know what any of that, because I don't know anybody that's still smoking or is using those kind of alternative things to keep the nicotine going. So I'm not exactly sure what the heck those are. Sometimes I'll read the advertisements while I'm waiting at the convenience store, but it's just weird. They call them all kinds of weird things, but I think it is just like heated, like some kind of mechanism that heats up the tobacco and you draw on it, and somehow you get you get something from it, not by not burning it. I don't know. I don't know when you figure out that it's done, like you haven't burnt it up, you just keep, and maybe the flavor runs out or something. I don't know. And oh, and flavor, that's right. So yeah, there's a lot of like fruit flavors and all kinds of crazy menthol stuff now to try to keep people smoking. Yeah, that's very funny. But you still see, I love maybe Japan is one of the last places you can still see joggers smoking. I love that when you see people that are, they're running, they're in their little running gear, and they get back to their neighborhood or whatever in the city, and they're finished with their little routine, and they light up, smoking and jogging. They don't do it at the same time, but that's why they finish that 5K, is because they want to get home and finish the last 200 meters smoking. Mm. Yeah, 7-Elevens. Oh yeah, Arturo was saying, yeah, 7-Elevens are amazing. Yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff, pretty high quality. Like you can get a pretty decent dinner at 7-Eleven now. It's not cheap. It's getting close to like $10. But it's a convenience store, but it's getting close but the obento that they have there it's not as good as like a department store, but it's still pretty impressive. But Taco Bell, there's only one left in Kansai, and it's pretty bad. But they do serve sangria, margaritas, and beer, and I think highballs as well. Maybe just sangria and margaritas. But yeah, they do serve alcohol, and it's like, appropriately, it's sangria and margaritas. So they do have like blended drinks and fruity wine, and I thought they had beer at one time, but maybe not. But the other burger shop has whiskey and beer, which is funny. But the menu is very limited. It's really dry and kind of, and it takes forever. It takes a very, very long time for some reason for them to make the orders. Oh, but the weirdest thing about Taco Bell in Japan, I guess Coca-Cola has a big monopoly on, beverage service or distribution. So Taco Bell is Coca-Cola. So it's Coke and Sprite and very weird. But I think they also distribute Dr. Pepper because they had Dr. Pepper there. So the brand stuff is very confusing in Japan because it's, domestic companies running things. So it's kind of a mishmash of stuff. But not having the, bizarre flavors of Mountain Dew at a Taco Bell feels strange. But yeah, Coke is the... so then they also have tea. They also have unsweetened tea and oolong tea, I think, at the drink fountains. And it's one of the few places that's unlimited refills. A lot of fast food places, they don't refill. And they don't even fill it up all the way. They have a line they stop at. Yeah, because I think Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut is PepsiCo, or it's not PepsiCo, but it's one company in the States. And so it's all Pepsi products there. But for some reason, it's all random. And I don't think Pepsi has the same kind of presence here. Coca-Cola is really, really popular, and they do a lot of the most popular teas, blended teas and things. And the oolong tea that Coca-Cola makes is the best one. Even Chinese people think it's the best tea. That's from vending machines and stuff. So it's strange. Yeah, it's a really strange. It's just Mr. Donut is here, but Mr. Donut is owned by Duskin, which is a cleaning products company. That's mostly a chemical company and a office cleaning service company. But they own Mr. Donut. So you'll see Mr. Donut and then the little corporate thing, a Duskin company. And you'll see vans of Duskin, like office, staff, or like office cleaning staff, parked outside of the high-rise buildings too. So that's a weird combination. I want to clean offices, but I think donuts are going to do well here. Maybe they leave donuts. Maybe the cleaning staff will leave donuts in the break room. I don't think that's a thing here. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yum brands. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the food companies are so terrifying. Those global food monsters. Yeah, they just acquired all of those brands. Yeah, so it's funny. It's things that like maybe even used to be kind of competing brands of things, a breakfast cereal or whatever. It's all owned by one company now. So it's pointless to have any preference because, yeah, there's no point. All right. So a partially eaten sandwich. Okay, let's get rid of the orange. Orange and this weird apple. All right. But yeah, the fast food thing is very strange. They did well kind of early on, courting high school students, but more of it's just a hangout. So people would just buy like, share like an order of fries or, a single drink and then just, hang out in a McDonald's. Like that was the place to meet after school. But then if anything, that's the other weird thing. So everyone's wearing a school uniform, so it identifies what school they're at. So if they cause any trouble, or there's any kind of problems, the business will then contact the school, and then the school says you're not allowed in there anymore. So a lot of schools specifically get banned from, and your school may even tell you you're not allowed to wear your uniform, in certain, lower scale businesses, some kind of, trashy discount shops and stuff. They just, they have this like, respectability they're trying to maintain. So they don't allow students, they tell them they're forbidden, and then they follow those rules for going into certain places. So yeah, so if your teacher would catch you like sitting at a KFC or something in your school uniform, and it was one of those places that was forbidden, either because something happened or just the school said, yeah, you're not to be seen in there, there would be some sort of disciplinary action, which is very funny. Just because, yeah. We always looked like hell, and we just were everywhere wearing the same crappy jeans and t-shirts we wore to school. Oh, let's do the banana kind of sad and brown end up there. There we go. Oops. Yeah, so it's very funny, but they have kind of a weird... how can I not see this here? There we go. All right, and this one too. All right. But yeah, it's a funny thing. And yeah, fast food, a lot of the chains have kind of come and gone here throughout the years, because anything can be popular in Japan at first. It's just really hard to have staying power, because everyone is like curious about foreign stuff here, but they very quickly are like, yeah, but I prefer the local brand, or I'm I'm loyal to domestic stuff. So that happens quite often. Is a company will show up here and they'll do well at first, but yeah, very quickly they're just not heard of anymore. And it's just because they like, you know, trendy stuff here as well. All foreign stuff can be part of a, you know, kind of seasonal trend or whatever, but then that's it. So you get to try a bunch of stuff here. But it never lasts for long. Just like, yeah, what I was saying about, you know, you see stuff in stores and it's either very seasonal or very limited. Goes away fast. So the banana should be, that brown is too green, I think. Looks just like a weird banana. So let's just do a weird brown color. Yeah, more like that, I think. Yeah, like just a brownish thing. Yeah. Yeah, ramen is tough. It's I think it's really expensive. You know, it's kind of like French restaurants and stuff. It's to do the soup, you know, to do that base, the stock that makes the ramen good, and also the, you know, some of the ingredients. It's really hard to get those abroad, and sometimes when it's non-Japanese or maybe Japanese Americans or whatever trying to do it, they do really bizarre combinations of soup and meat and things. I remember in LA having a lot of like chicken and fish stock. I mean, that's just absolutely disgusting. Like, chicken is such a mild flavor that you don't want to mix fish and chicken. It's just, yeah, pork and fish kind of are okay. Sometimes it's, you know, it makes a weird kind of savory soup here. But yeah, people were doing chicken ramen soup with you know, the fish stock or fish ingredients. Ooh, yeah, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And I think if you're not expecting that, it's pretty unpleasant. It's a pretty unpleasant combination. Yeah, so I didn't have... I think there was one shop that was okay for a while. I'm not sure if they're even still around. There was like Hirakata Ramen or something in... maybe in... like near Ventura Boulevard or something. I can't remember. But there was a lot of really bad stuff. And it was kind of entertaining to try stuff because of the, you know, how poorly it was done. But it was also very expensive. So it was like an expensive joke. Yeah, it's insane, the sushi prices in the US. And the kind of quantities. Like, you can eat a lot of sushi here and it's not very expensive, but you eat it kind of small plates at a time, very slowly. You don't get like these big giant trays brought out to you. But I think the pace of, you know, eating everything is very different here. People will linger over meals forever. So they're very careful about reservations here, because they know people can turn meals into a, you know, 4-hour thing, because they're just going to sit and they're going to keep ordering and keep drinking and just kind of, you know, spend the night until it's time to go home. Much more common style. All right, let's put some highlights on things. That's fine. All right. Anything with the bag? Maybe a crease here. All right. Nice. The Pirates of the Benihanas. Uh, Ramen and boba. There you go. I think you got a combo there, Matt. Yes, that's true. True. Sushi is a raw deal in the U.S. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of the small, like independent places did not make it past COVID because they were probably barely hanging in there with full tables every weekend. All right. Yeah, it was hard to tell what kind of died from COVID or what kind of just naturally flipped over here because there is a lot of like things coming and going based on trends and stuff. In some areas, like, have a lot of a certain type of restaurant, and so those restaurants do well because people go, and if the place they wanted to go to was full, there's another one nearby. So like the Korean barbecue places are kind of clustered together and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's that was such a weird time. And the funny thing is, it was just like suggested that they shut down. They didn't force anybody. So there were places where like, listen, we planned to open. We had no idea this was going to happen. We're just going to be open. And they tried their best to hang in there. All right. Yeah, it looks like the writing is going to not come easy this month here. That's great because I got to do 5 of these. 5 more of these. Let's try something about lunch. What? That's been happening lately with the text tool. I don't know. It's part of some wonderful update or not. So kind of quickly stalled, immediately ended. Very funny stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's do a, where's the, oh, that's right. Come on. Oh boy. Something. Old banana. Yeah, so a sack lunch, I guess it could be work or it could be school. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. I'm sure kids bring Japanese obento boxes now to school cafeterias. This was the last of several lunches the old banana would attend. Nobody, less and less likely. Or maybe just for the old, the old uneaten eaten banana. Ah, come on. So the last of several lunches for the old uneaten banana. He just kept showing up. All right, let me get this uploaded. Oh, come on. So I don't have two going up at the same time. All right. This was the last of several lunches for the old uneaten banana. All right. Last of several. Oh, now I've got to find where this is even going. Oh, actually, is it here now? No, it's... Yeah, sorry, it's just in Dropbox. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to get everything backed up there. Good luck. I'm going to run out of space there any minute. Okay, so this is for the 27th. Yeah, that's right. All right. And I'll just stick that online. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that we don't have the FTP stuff anymore, or if it's kind of more shaky. Hey, there's some files. Yeah, it seems to be working out. Previously I was getting some errors, some upload errors. Sometimes FTP would just kind of break mid-upload, so this seems to be better. It's the same cartoon almost as the popcorn one. Okay, let's try something not a bag looking at something. All right, so let me get my chat back up here. Nice. Oh, final tour of duty. Oh, yeah, that tour of duty is good, Matt. Thanks. Damn, I should have read the chat before. Yeah, tour of duty was very good. That's bananas. Hey, Countdown, how's it going? Yeah, writing these things sometimes goes easy, sometimes is a challenge. All right. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Oh, wrong page. But yeah. What else is... there we go. Yeah, we're actually getting the pressure sensitivity. Sometimes it's not going to happen. feel like I'm trying the same things over and over again. Yeah, it's funny, the look of things. Like it used to be, I would just draw kind of, let's do that, kind of nostalgic stuff. And a lot of the coloring was like, 70s grocery store items and stuff, bright colors and, or weird, orange and brown combinations and stuff. Maybe that's left over from the 60s. But, yeah, recently it's gotten very strange because they don't have that same reference anymore, and a lot of things don't exist. Like there's the paper cartons and things here are very different, and nothing gets, like, I haven't seen a plastic gallon of something for such a long time. They don't do, if they do anything in that quantity, I'm trying to think of yeah, just nothing is that large. I think like a 2 liters is as big as you're going to get. Yeah, so like a half gallon is as big as anything ever is. Let's see. So it's, yeah, maybe my scale, you can probably notice from the cartoons, the scale of things has changed. I haven't drawn that sugar bowl in a while. Alright. Yeah, with the little top. Alright. There we go. Yeah, just maybe a little bit less there, something like that. And yeah, we'll do a maybe cream and sugar joke, but it's soy milk. Well, those are pretty wobbly looking. I think I was drawing at a weird angle. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Nice. Oh yeah, and yeah, no milk in bags. But a lot of people don't like milk. A lot of people don't like dairy. And a lot of people don't ever eat cheese or yogurt. Even they have plenty of it here, but a lot of people don't eat it here. More sensitive to dairy, I think. So it's just in liter paper cartons. Is mostly, and sometimes there's they've recently started doing liters that you don't open, like you don't do make the spout out of the cardboard carton. They have like a hole in the side with a cap on it and a little spout on a plastic spout, circular spout on the side that you open by unscrewing a cap. So that's starting to become more popular, I think, because older people sometimes have trouble, and if they make the cartons cheaper, they're harder to peel apart to open that way. So maybe so they can go with cheaper materials, or because of the older customers, they're moving to that side spout thing. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, but talking to a friend here, it seemed, oh yeah, I didn't close I didn't close any of that stuff, did I? We were talking about the weird lack of public trash cans here and how they're removing them, and I think it's one of those strange situations, like if there's ever a security problem, sometimes they will remove trash cans just because, so nobody can set them on fire or whatever, if they're worried about something, or there's like a big business meeting or political meeting in Japan. Sometimes trash cans will disappear, and I think some clever bureaucrat decided, oh yeah, well, when we take them away, there doesn't seem to be a problem, so what if we just never put them back? And so that's become a thing here, where there's more and more tourism and less public trash cans. Yeah, but the friend I was talking to said, oh man, that yeah, that's just they're pushing that as far as they can go, just to save the money. And then as soon as people finally get fed up, I'm sure they'll start appearing again. But yeah, I thought that was funny. But it is really getting inconvenient. It is kind of forcing, and I'm not sure what the littering laws are here, but it's kind of forcing the tourists to have bad behavior and kind of leave trash all over the place. But then maybe they can use that as an excuse to, who knows what the thinking is, but they may be able then to use that as a reason to, tax tourism more, tax visitors differently. You never know what some of their motives are. Actually, let's go a little darker. But yeah, I just thought it was a kind of a paranoia thing, and I was trying to figure out what they were worried about, like what bad things could happen with too many trash cans in public. But he was explaining to me it's probably just the money, and they figured out they can once they took stuff away, because I think that was a COVID thing too, is once stuff disappeared, like you don't have the shared little pitchers, I don't know, the little dispensers of soy sauce anymore. Very often at shops that serve gyoza and different stuff that you'd like pour, or even sushi, they give you little packets of it now to open individual packets. And I think that started during COVID, and then they just kept it that way. So we lost a lot of stuff. A lot of things became crappy. And I heard IHOP never put the pitchers of syrup back on the tables after COVID. That was one of my daughter's things that she told me about when we were talking changes. And they don't have the syrups at IHOP anymore. That's the International House of Pancakes for anybody that's not from the U.S. It's very international. Pancakes from all over the 2 countries that have pancakes. All right. Oh yeah, that's kind of working. All right. Let's do that. Yeah. Oops. Zoom tool. I accidentally hit Z all the time, and it just zooms me on in. All right, we'll do that on maybe one little. There we go. All right. Yeah, so. Oh, and an interesting thing, I don't think I talked about this before. It's been a month since we've talked. The fast food places, convenience stores, a lot of foreigners now are showing up. There's a lot of Indian, maybe Indian, Pakistani, and Southeast Asian employees now at a lot of the convenience stores because of in Osaka, because of the expo. So the expo is paying double the hourly wage that a lot of these part-time service jobs pay. So a lot of the domestic Japanese employees that were working these jobs just bailed on their part-time job to work 6 months at the expo and make double what they would have made in that 6 months, and probably take some time off, because that's why everyone's working part-time, so they can save up some money and travel. Although that's kind of... Oh, wait. No, I don't want to do him. Oops. The eyes are fine there. I'm going to make him soy milk, so let me do some weird coloration. No, maybe not green. Like, yeah, let's do some brownish, kind of weird coloration on him. Kind of like natural packaging or something. That's right, because the joke was going to be soy milk. So maybe like some kind of natural paper echo looking thing. There we go. There we are. Okay, now he looks more soy. Arturo's funny now. Yeah, no, there's no pictures on milk cartons here. Yeah, there's not much of anything except it's mostly just graphics and a small nutrition thing. But yeah, they don't have any anything like that. Soy milk and coffee. It was decaffeinated. Oh, there we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Oh yeah, so let's put some coffee in that cup. Just so you can see a small line. There we go. And that's actually a little dark, isn't it? Let's brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, there. It'll read better that way, and maybe a little highlights. There we go. All right. Yeah, I like soy and decaf. The decaf. Oh, maybe I should finated. Whoa, that's crazy. My touch typing is not working out. Oh, actually, that's kind of a question, isn't it? Didn't see the points. Decaffeinated. Decaffeinated? Yeah. A decaffeinated coffee with soy milk. Felt pointless. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So that it's, what is it, you feeling, or the coffee itself feeling pointless? Yeah, feels pointless to you or feels pointless to the coffee with soy milk. Oh, 2 words, soy milk? Is it? Oh, slow internet. Am I dropping frames on you guys here? Nope. Just slow searches. Oh, both. Both. What looks good? Oh, let's do 1 word. I don't know with this font. Nothing looks correct. Yeah, 1 word or 2. What feels more natural? It's Yeah, I think 2 words is weird. Hey, hey, hands. Handstand dad. Good, good. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not dropping. My search took forever to come up. Nice. All right. Oh, is that too nipply? The top of the sugar bowl. A decaffeinated coffee with soy milk felt pointless. All right. Yeah. So it's not the, so it's yeah. It can be both. All right. Yeah, let's just do it that way. And let's see if I spelled decaffeinated correctly. Oh, yeah, so Adobe wants me to make it 2 words. Both are correct. There's space for both. We can separate it. That's soy milk. Like 1 word. Okay. I'm sure that can be a discussion in the Go Comics chat. Okay. Was it F12? Yes. All right. Yeah, I'll just to make sure I'm done, because sometimes after the stream I'll finish something and then feel like it's complete and I haven't uploaded it yet. So let me just do these as I finish them, just so it doesn't become a thing. All right, so this was the 27th, yeah. All right. Oops, nope, that's not. That was the 27th. 29th. All right. Yeah, it's amazing the varieties of soy milk here. There's so many different, like, kind of processes to make it thicker, or like, you know, putting like some of the whatever beans or whatever back into it, so it's a little bit has a more weird texture to it, so it's more like a ground beans, or some are very just watery, very thin, and then others they you know, do different sweetening and stuff to make it taste better, because just sometimes the raw soy milk is a little, yeah, flavor's not great. So I was really surprised, because there was only ever just soy milk, one kind, not very good. Just like tofu, there was like one kind of tofu you could get basically in the US, and there's crazy varieties here. They're obsessed with their soybeans. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great green teas, and they even do some surprisingly good kind of instant teas. They're like, you know, kind of, well, I guess that's the tea that's used for the tea ceremony, is the matcha powder, but it's a little bit, it's not so insanely bitter, but there's a lot of matcha powder green teas, kind of, so you can instantly make a tea. And then, yeah, like the sencha and a lot of the so many varieties of green tea. I can't even, you know, name more than a few, because there's a lot of regional tea growing. I think that's another thing that's going to be hurt by all the shenanigans going on with global markets and stuff, because there's a real big problem right now here with rice. So I imagine tea is going to get sucked up into that as well. But the glare on this, I can't see the size of my brush. There we go. So just waiting for that to happen. But yeah, rice prices have doubled here, and there's a lot of pressure. So who knows like what exactly is going on. There's a lot of pressure to import foreign rice, which Japan has resisted. But the JA, the kind of group that handles the management of all the farmers, because there is no commercialized rice farming here. It's all independent farmers, like working as a collective. But the organization that kind of runs that, has figured out, oh, people will pay double price for rice, so we're just going to let that be a thing. But it's a food staple. Like, people eat it at every meal practically here. So when the price doubles, that's very painful, because it went from about $20 for a kilo, for a 5 kilo bag of rice, to $50, like for 40 something. That's a huge, hit for people's food budgets. So, and for restaurants and things as well. So they were releasing some reserves, but it didn't have any effect on the price, because when the reserves were released, there was all these shenanigans going on with bidding, like auctioning it off, and how it was bid for and how it was distributed. So it literally did nothing to change the prices. So there's some pretty bad corruption going on that's just not being addressed, and it's probably all being sold off to like rich Chinese and stuff, just like the tuna markets here. So who knows? But it's really frustrating to have something that basic jump up and stay up for months now. And, the excuse of, oh, it was a bad season it's just bullshit. That just wasn't true. It was just how the games they decided to play with the, and just because the yen is so weak, it's so much more profitable to sell stuff abroad. So, that's got to be what they're doing. But they'll never admit to it. Let's do some kind of mixed drink. Oh, almost. I can almost. Yeah, I've got this tablet, just because the microphone and camera, I've got this tablet at a weird angle, so it's affecting my drawing. Yeah, something like that. All right. Yeah, maybe a little more rounded, ice cubey looking. Oh, actually, I can do that with the color line. I think that'll look better. Okay, and maybe a cherry. Oh, they're on the same layer. It'd be fun to do a little overlap there, coloring wise. Oops, one more. There we go. That's a little big. All right. So maybe these can move over a little bit, because I can make like a little puddle between them. All right. Nice. Arturo with the puns. Yes, it goes against the grain. Nice. Yeah, it's funny, Japan has a really strong tea culture, but it's very, very different from China. China loves, like I think those have even come to the U.S., like the tea, the flower teas and things that they're dried, and then once you put them in the hot water, they open, and so you have this large flower at the bottom of your teapot and things. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't made it here, because it's more this austere, and there's a formal tea ceremony and things, so they like their bitter and simple teas. But the Taiwanese boba tea was pretty popular here when that was out. I guess it still is. It just never kind of goes away. Just kind of hangs around as a popular thing everywhere. And different kinds of Taiwan tea were popular too, not just boba, but Because I think even Taiwan has a little bit of a different tea tradition from China. All right, let's make this like a green straw. Oh, wait, I gotta probably fill it in. So let's do this and then fill it in. But yeah, that's helped a lot keep me from drinking, you know, too many crazy calories and a lot of... oh, wait. No, it would be this line, not this line. It would be the one. Okay. A lot of extra, you know, corn syrup and stuff from crappy sweetened drinks. It's easy to fall into that. All right, so that's everything. Oh, I must have colored that on the wrong layer anyhow. Great. Let's do it here. There we go. Okay, and then do another layer and what? Another layer. And give me some color, maybe just white on the ice cube here. There we go. Oh, and let's do a little bit of maybe blue rendering on the ice cube. Sometimes that looks nice. Yeah, we'll do the kind of shaded side. Blue instead of gray. Probably a little bit of gray in there. And maybe like a pink drink. Just barely left over, like a watery. We'll do it this color and then fade it. Oh, actually, let's give it its own layer so we can do it independently of the... There we go. Oh, should we do... like this? Yeah, maybe. Okay, something like that. There we go. And maybe this same color, or wait, same layer. Let's do a little puddle, but we'll fade it out like the like in the glass here because it's watered down. There we go. All right. For All the Tea in China, no, a book about a Scottish botanist. Oh, sorry, my microphone's... What? Wait a minute. I had this working here. Arm wrestling with my microphone. There we go. All the Tea in China, Scottish botanist that was an industrial spy in the tea world. Oh, that's cool. Oh, no, that's cool. Not. Yeah, against the grain. Yeah. That would be a good... I should do... Oh, yeah, I can do a rice joke. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Like they would do green tea, but it would be like honey sweetened green tea and things in the U.S. Like the Arizona teas and stuff always had their weird take on stuff. Where's the color there? There it is. Okay, I think that's everything. Oops. Yeah, it's too bad that there's not, and it's just because, you know, the companies that want to control everything. I can't believe it was that hard to get like soda machines out of public schools. That there were actually people fighting. Fighting to keep them in. because of the money. There we go. Maybe that should be a pure white line. Oh yeah, that reads a little bit better. And then we can do that. And the cherry should have a big, kind of bright thing. All right. The last ice cube and the cherry. So what was it say? Shirley Temple? Or are they snuggled together here? Right. I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay. That kind of works. And then we just need the kind of drop shadow on this. Oh, sounds like the mail. Okay, so here and then some maybe. There we go. Kinda. Okay, we'll write this one later. I have no idea what this nonsense is all about. All right, so we're about halfway. Let's take a quick break. Oh, Hanson Dad ever had yerba mate? That's trending over here. Oh yeah, South America. Yeah. We got my wife likes a lot of mate teas. We got a black mate and a green mate. I'm not sure if it's like because a lot of that stuff kind of is sometimes Japanese modification, like Japanese variants. So maybe they import the leaves or they dry them differently or something. But I've had a lot of mate recently. It's really good after like a heavy meal or a greasy meal. Like mate tea is a little more kind of like oolong. It cuts that kind of heaviness that you feel after eating a real fatty meal or fried food or something. Fun fact: only originally grenadine was made from pomegranate, not cherry. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, grenadine. Yes, the main component of the Shirley Temple. That's funny. Yeah, they like pomegranate juice over here too. There's a whole brand, Palm brand. Or maybe that's in the U.S. too, though. I'm not sure where it's originally from. 40 grams of sugar. Well, yeah, that's some pretty heavy mate tea. That's funny. Yeah, that book sounds interesting. Somebody infiltrating the tea business. I'm sure there's all kinds of funny things. But okay, let's take a minute and do some convenience store. All right. Did the chime go? Yes, I think so. Wow, I think my system is having some trouble. It's choking on. It's not updating any of my videos, so hopefully I'm still going out. Let me close some of these windows. It might just be a Chrome thing. But I'm not getting any updates, so I'm seeing my sound live, but I didn't see the chime. All right, so here we are at the... so this is actually 7-Eleven, but do the Family Mart chime. Okay, let's first take a look at these guys. Oh yeah, so like I said, the return of chocolate mint. It was gone for a while. Probably most of the spring, like late winter, spring, there was no chocolate mint anything. And sometimes I crave that, so it kind of frustrates me because I thought it was one of those like standard flavors that's around. But now it's back on the shelves. So this is I can't see my update here, so I don't know if what's keying out or not. Oh, cam froze. Oh, thank you. That's what happened. Cam froze. Let's update this. Where is it? Thank you. I'll try this again. Come on, camera. There it is. There we go. Okay. Try this again. Oh, the chime didn't go either. Okay, so we're in the convenience store. I think this is the Family Mart near in Osaka. Okay, so oh yeah, they are keying. That's funny. Yeah, I guess it's the mint is not blue enough, so everything's going to be keying out. But this is the YBC, the company. I think it's what, Yamato or somebody. Yamasaki, Yamazaki. Yamazaki Biscuit Company. Oop, over my face. Yamazaki Biscuit Company. They originally had the contract to do Oreos and Ritz crackers and a bunch of stuff. No, I think Nabisco stuff in Japan, but they gave up that contract, or maybe they were underbid by somebody in Southeast Asia, like maybe Vietnam or Thailand, and the quality has like severely dropped of all of those. But their stuff is still really good. And they do a knockoff like Ritz cracker and a knockoff Oreo, so you can have their version of it anyhow. But here are their mint. What is this? Their choco mint, which they don't put the T sound in, so it's choco min. Saku saku is a crunchy. Just crunch. Saku saku crunch. So they're kind of a cookie. You can see. No, you can't. Well, if you could. It's all of this. This is a bad idea with a green screen to do mint. It's all going to be keying out. Is this keying out? Everything's keying out. So it's Japan, so individually wrapped, but they're like a little kind of cookie crumble in a, I think a mint chocolate with then a drizzle over top. Yeah, I should have switched to, maybe blue would have keyed out too. I should have switched to a hot pink screen. Oh, I guess the actual color isn't keying. So there's these little drizzled like blocks of dark chocolate cookie. So, and if they're using their same cookie as their noir cookie, it's an Oreo. It's really good though. Yeah. Oh wow, very minty. So you can see it's kind of the mint's just not on the outside; it's inside the cookie too. Yeah, oh, it's good. It's this reminds me of like a mint Oreo, if you've ever had one of those before. The mint flavoring is strong enough that it like matches the cookie, so it's not like very mild. Yeah, maybe mint Oreo. It tastes the most similar. Not as minty as like a peppermint patty, like a York peppermint patty, but pretty strong mint. Yeah, that's good. They're little loaves. I don't know, like maybe it must be like a long little roll of these. Yeah, really good. These YBC, like their logo is so old and outdated, it looks, kind of terrible. But always the quality of their stuff is very good. So Yamazaki Biscuit Company. And if you get a chance, try all of their imitations of, Ritz and Oreo and stuff. And they do saltines too. They do like a knockoff of premium saltines. Yeah. These are really good. So definitely, if you're looking for mint chocolate cookies, those are a pretty awesome choice. Okay, let's try one more while we're here, and then we'll come back and do it again. Uh-oh. Oh, this will probably be very similar. Who is this? So this is keying out again, but this is salt mint chocolate. Interesting. I'm getting chocolate mint everywhere. Interesting. So I don't know, because sometimes they do salted chocolates and things, and like especially like chocolate covered pretzels. The reason that works is the saltiness in it. So what's the company here? They don't even have a website on the back. That's funny. Just their phone number. We'll call them and ask them. So yeah, so Shio mint chocolate. So salt mint chocolate, and it looks like these are just gonna be maybe like a Kit Kat. You can't see it. Sorry, a Kit Kat bar kind of thing. And there's a Ziploc on the top here, so maybe not individually wrapped. Oh no! Oh yeah, these just look like. Oh, maybe they're just blocks of chocolate. Yeah, see the. It's kind of keying out. It's where it's kind of time travel-y, like in the, inside there. Oh yeah, no, they're just little blocks of chocolate. Yeah, so these aren't even like a cookie, chocolate covered cookie or anything. So it smells minty. It's kind of a weird color, more like a green tea color. It's weird. It's really creamy, so maybe it's like a white chocolate base, which is not a good idea. It should be chocolate. So maybe this is mint flavored white chocolate. I think it is, with salt. The salt is just not doing anything. Oh, these are not great. They're kind of weird. Okay, I'm trying to clear my palate a little bit here. Okay, so let's try another one of these. Oh, the invisible. Am I eating something? Am I not? So stupid. Everything's green. Yeah, this is like white chocolate base. Yeah, it's saying some kind of light chocolate cocoa butter. Yeah, the salt isn't doing anything good, because the salt with chocolate, with a dark chocolate or a milk chocolate, would be doing something. It's just making the mint kind of strange. It's yeah, I don't know. It's weird. That's a really weird combination. Mint and salt is not a good combination together. Although, what is there a what are mojitos? Do mojitos have like salt in them? Because they have mint, right? Do they? Is that a salty mint drink? I don't think so. Yeah, salt and mint is weird. It's a really bad idea. But I was trying to. So when I saw that, I thought, oh, okay, so it's salt chocolate. But they call anything chocolate if it's strawberry chocolate or mango chocolate. If it's white chocolate that they've added a flavoring to, they'll call it chocolate when it's actually not a brown cocoa taste. Yeah, I would not recommend, and I can't I can't see the company name, so I wouldn't encourage it. Yeah, oof. Yeah, salt and mint is not a thing. I don't know why they thought that they could put that together. It's not a thing, I promise you. All right. Well, part 2 coming soon. Wow, very weird. Yeah. I don't know why. It's funny too, because I think some of these companies get ideas, from foreign sources, and they think, oh wait, it's, we've done salted chocolates and salty combinations that complement chocolate. Let's try mint chocolate salt. Yeah. Ugh. It didn't do anything good. Yeah, I need a fine Suntory whiskey. Yes, Arturo, that's good. Yeah, I'd like to have a drink, and that'd be fun to do. I'd like to show you guys like all the cheap Japanese whiskey, and then do a taste like the kind of the grocery store brands, not the store brands, but the stuff you can get kind of at any store, and show you those different brands, and then taste them, because I've never tasted them against each other. Like I've never done a taste test comparing the different brands. I have like my favorite brands, but I've never like compared them and figured out why I like them compared to others. But that would be fun to do. Other than I had to make sure I wasn't driving or anything after that. But we'll do a Japanese cheap whiskey tasting, because there's a lot of competition for that, and you can get the cheap whiskey in the big handles, the big, like, I don't know, what are those, like 5 liter. They're these giant bottles. I don't think I would need that for the tasting, but they're pretty cheap. You can get the little what are those called? Fifths. Those kind of like little glass fifth bottles. So I could buy a few of those, and we could do a little tasting. That'd be fun. Yeah, no salt in a mojito. Yeah. I don't know where they got the idea of salt and mint. That's weird. But it's not good. And always, I think white chocolate is a terrible base for any flavor because it kind of ruins it. It kind of pushes it too sweet and creamy. So any like fruit or anything with white chocolate, especially the way they do it in Japan, is not good. But that's, kind of just a personal preference. But that was the funny thing. I've told this story multiple times, but you have Valentine's Day in Japan, which was an imported holiday, and it didn't work when they first brought it here because men would just buy very cheap, gas station chocolate, the cheapest thing they could find. But they realized the women were the better shoppers, so they flipped Valentine's Day for men to receive chocolate from women. So women would be the shoppers, and of course then they purchase the more gourmet and higher end stuff because they know they would probably get some too. They could have some too. So they brought it back in, I think, the 60s or 70s and as a reverse Valentine's. So then because everything is always, if you give a gift, you get a gift back in Japan. It's always has to be kind of fair. If you give somebody something, then they give you a smaller thank you gift for the gift. And so the reciprocal day is White Day in March, like March 3rd or something. Somewhere in March, I can't remember. It doesn't interfere with the Doll Festival, but sometime in March is White Day, and that's originally the only thing that they sold on White Day as a thank you gift for women was marshmallow, and nobody likes marshmallow here. Marshmallow is just not a popular flavor, so that went over very badly. The candy companies sold nothing. Then they switched to white chocolate. So White Day is the thank you day for Valentine's Day, where women are supposed to receive gifts, but it's usually white chocolate, and it's not a. So here, white chocolate is very female branded for some reason. Like it's just a women's brand, but not a lot of people like white chocolate, so it's a very funny thing. They've just tried to make that happen. But Valentine's Day is failing, I think, again, because now what happens is these very expensive, like luxury chocolate, gourmet chocolate pop-up shops happen in the department stores in some areas around Valentine's Day, and women just stand in line to buy for themselves. And they don't even give to friends anymore, because there used to be a few levels of Valentine's Day. You give chocolate to your coworkers and your friends and your boss at work if you're a working woman, and then your husband and your boyfriend, and then your kids. But now all of that is gone, and basically women are just buying chocolate for themselves because the really, expensive good stuff shows up around February 14th. I don't know. So we'll see. But kind of all of the holidays are failing in Japan because of social media. Like anything that involves some sort of gift giving or a greeting, sending postcards or some sort of greeting, it's all turning into just, hello messages on chat apps like Line and Messenger and stuff. So you just send somebody a GIF animation or an emoji, and that takes the place of actually purchasing and mailing a gift to them, or writing a card, or even like drawing and writing a card. Nobody does that anymore, where that used to be quite popular for New Year's. All right, are we still all jacked up on pen size here? Yes, we are. Sorry, I can't. Yeah. Got to get my camera. I wonder, there's got to be an angle. No, probably not. It would have to be like a higher angle. If I put the camera above me, which I'd have to be looking up all the time, then I could keep the tablet out of the way. But yeah, no good balance. Yes. Yeah, that was so the first year that I taught at the public school here, That was nice because it was still deep in the normal Valentine's thing, and so students gave their teachers chocolate. So I came back to my desk after one period, and it was just a mountain of like, and also too for students, the Valentines, they're encouraged to bake. So they bake brownies and chocolate cakes and chocolate cookies and stuff. So all these homemade baked goods and elaborate chocolate shop chocolates and stuff. Yeah, that was heaven. That was great. But those days are long gone. That's not even a thing. Oh, let's do a moldy sandwich. Is there a what was that? Was it this one? Oh, nope, too far. Spoilers for the last one I did. So what is that? The 22nd, 27th? Yeah, there we go. I think I had a sandwich in here. Let's just pull out that, let's pull out that full. Recycle some art here. Where'd he go? Oh, that's not. Oh, it is. Yeah, there it is. That's not a great drawing. I don't know if I need to save it. Maybe I'll just redraw it. Yeah, let's just do an old funky sandwich. All right. So yeah, reverse Valentines. What a concept. But yeah, they quickly realize that they can't count on guys. That's why flower shops too. Men, you never see a man in a flower shop. It's only women buying flowers for themselves here. So the ideas just do not work out. And when you tell a Japanese guy, oh yeah, you can buy a dozen roses, they're like, a dozen roses? Oh, a dozen roses here is like $200. It's an insane price compared to we get that around the Valentine's Day and whatever flower giving holidays there are. The growing season corresponds, so you can get like a 40, even I think I've even seen like $25 dozen roses in California. But the price comes down considerably, but they never have that here. All right, how about a funky, it's kind of a narrow looking, but a funky old sandwich. Very long bread. So maybe I'll move this over a little bit here. Let's see. Shorten it a bit. Yeah, a little bit. Just have to fix this corner. Doesn't look like some weird misshapen. Let's just do a single object. A very old funky sandwich. This will be a fun thing to color here. Just do unpleasant greens. And yeah, it just needs something to contrast, and then maybe a weird, a grayish color for the crust here. Let's see how this looks in contrast. Yeah, so we want this like completely molded over. But it's got to be like, oops, come on. Got to be splotchy or something to make that work, and maybe like this kind of like running down. Yuck. And maybe some yellowy, some kind of yellowy moldy go. You know, everything that would happen to a very old sandwich. And yeah, maybe like a little bit darker kind of edge thing. Yeah, so it just had that kind of uncanny, like, what am I looking at? All right. Yeah, something like that. And maybe the same with the edges here. Just do a something's wrong kind of color. Yeah, looks kind of just like a highlight. All right. Oh yeah. Something kind of coming, bleeding down. All right. A little darker, maybe? Or just so it doesn't match. Okay, that's enough disgusting sandwich rendering. So, let me just do it this way so I get everything in there. Then I'll put that texture, color and texture back in. All right, and then maybe some highlights. Yeah, a little more. Okay. All right, I think that works. I don't think we need to make it shiny. Let's see how that... maybe that's kind of creepy as well. Why is it glistening? Oh yeah, maybe for whatever was in it. All right. A very old sandwich. All right, that works. All right, maybe get that a little bit bigger. So we're going to shrink this down quite a bit. There we go. And some creepy... and this will just be a very sad old sandwich. Or on the side is better? Maybe. Yeah, kind of like putting the eyes in the shadows often works. So a little more hidden. Does that work? Yeah, I hope when it is sized down, it's going to be okay. All right. He was such an old sandwich. He was so old. Forgotten and didn't matter. There's got to be a... the old sandwich. Remember what kind he was, or if it even mattered anymore. He didn't remember, didn't know. Kind of sandwich? I don't know. I don't think that's working. Kinds of sandwiches? I don't know. I don't like the wording for that. We'll go back and change that later. I'm sure I won't be able to think of anything better, but we'll try. We'll try. Okay, let's close this. All right. Sorry, I've got to keep my eye on the chat more. Could be a Japanese snack right now. Yeah, it's getting so green and very seaweed and stuff. Oh, yeah, a moldy tomato slice would be great. That's true. That would be a nice visually. Yeah. Let me see if I can do that with just color. But that would be a nice, because it's very just green and brown, but a weird faded tomato color might be nice. Oh, where's my brush? Come on, brush. Nothing is working very well here. Okay, thank you. Oh, it was trying to... Okay. So, select this again so we keep our lines and try to... slop out a little wedge of tomato. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I think that'll work. Ugh. There we go. Sneaking out the edge there. It looks like a tongue. Blah. Nice. Yeah, what else? Cheese wouldn't keep its color. let's do something that would have been like purple and discolored might be good too. Give us some weird so we don't have to even know what it used to be. It's just wrong. So we'll do the same, the same deal here. And then a lighter version, just a little. And then, actually I don't think it needs any, maybe just a little highlight of whatever that was. There we go, a little purple something coming out. All right, yeah, so make it even more mysterious about what sandwich that was. Thanks for the recommendations. That's not relish. Whatever it is, you no longer relish it. Nice. All right, get back to the pencil here. Where is it? There we go. Come on, microphone. All right, and I'm on the wrong layer. What else? A moldy sandwich. What else have... what would it be? Yeah, it's getting weird. There's all kinds of strange stuff that are like very everyday for me, but that wouldn't make any sense. Like all the mosquito coils and weird, like, you know, insect repellent stuff here. It's very specific, and Japanese people would recognize it, but it doesn't, look like anything for foreigners. That kind of stuff never gets exported, and it's for insects here, so I'm sure it doesn't even it's not even effective outside of Japan. Like a tray. We can do another. Name that thing? So maybe. So like a smoking. Oops. Smoking ruinous thing on a baking tray. Cookie sheets, is that what they... Like the end of Time Bandits. That was in like a toaster oven though, wasn't it? Alright. Oh wait, let me clean this up, because I think this is going to be... Let me just redraw this line. This will be where the eyes have to go. Alright. Oh, there we go. There we go. So a nice gray sheet with a scary... This is going to... I don't know how well this is going to read. And then some smoke. Oh yeah, that should look roasted. Let's try the brush tool here with some very wispy smoke type. All right, might have to blur that a little bit more. Oh, that kind of works. Then if I highlight enough on the oops, the tray and stuff, it might read. Okay, let's see. Oh, no more brush. So do the shaded edge and then kind of the dark shaded profile. And then here. And then try to, oops, highlight it a little bit. Oh yeah, it should pick up. Okay, maybe we'll do some some brighter stuff on there. That's not dinner. Yeah, and then try a couple of... Yeah. All right. It's draw amazingly gross month. Something like that. And then maybe a drop shadow under the tray, because it's been taken out of the oven. It's a very odd shape for a tray. And it's, am I going to put eyes on that blob of crud? Let's see here. Well, definitely here. No longer dinner. Oh, that, yeah, that'll be funny. If you can barely see them, that might be kind of funny too. One size smaller. All right. Whatever was for dinner, something like that. Set off the smoke alarm. Something, something. We'll go back and look at all these. Sorry. Oh, that's right. I got my cough button. I gotta start using that more. I don't think I can get far enough away from the microphone to... Oh, yeah, gum on a wrapper. Yeah, originally I was trying to be a... oh, would that be better? Yeah, that might be better, actually, putting chewed gum. If I take the smoke away and take the color, it does look like chewed gum on a wrapper. It's supposed to be something burnt on a like a baking tray. Yeah, it's not drawn. That's not very... I think it might work better as a wrapper. I like the smoke, though. I don't want to lose the smoke. Not the smoke. Wait, this way. There we go. Yeah, maybe the joke will make it work. All right. Yeah, Belle. Yeah, don't let Belle Delphine see that. She might try to sell that, and somebody would buy it. That's just amazing, that grifting. That actually worked. All right, we'll go back and write that or edit that later. Oh yeah, what was the there was some, can't remember what it was, but some show had that joke like years before e-girls were selling bathwater. There was a some show that joked about that. And so that actually became a real thing. It's kind of one of those Simpsons things. It's like, you know, they did it years before, and then it just ended up becoming an actual thing. Yeah, that's amazing, that whole... and it's, you know, they're kind of grifting mostly teenage boys. Well, I mean, a lot of, like, you know, weird old men, but that kind of grooming young boys that watch them on you know, Twitch and stuff, and then get them over to OnlyFans, because they're around for a few years. So there's people that kind of come of age or steal credit cards or whatever to you know, see their other, and then, and also the women that kind of traffic themselves doing that kind of stuff. That's just amazing that that's how the world works now. All right. Oh. Just some random tissue paper. Oh, maybe, and a shoelace. All right. A very short shoelace. I don't want to draw the actual full length. That'll be ridiculous. Or actually, I could do like the bundled, you know how they sometimes bundle them up. Let's see here. Yeah, as like a That does look pretty ridiculous. 'Cause it would be nice to like snake it all the way around. Yeah, let's try that. It is not long enough for anything but a very young child. Yeah, because then I can do this. That might be more fun. Yeah. Yeah, visually that I think is more fun to have it. There we go. All the way around. All right. The amazing price was due to the box not containing any shoes. Maybe that kind of grayish inside. Yeah. Then tissue paper, and we should probably, yeah, let's do like a blue or a really bright color for the lace. That'll be more interesting. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, hopefully this will read as shoebox. Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to be the, I guess, oh, no, they do that with tennis shoes and basketball shoes and stuff too. They stuff tissue paper in the toe. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, give it some just variation. Okay. Oh, let's do this as well. All right, and the edge of the box. Probably should put some price tag or something on the box. Like a bright green. Something like that. And should there be any branding or logo? Maybe like, yeah. There we go. Nothing inside the box. Ooh. Alright, then put this all the way around here. Sorry, getting into drawing and not talking mode. Let me check the chat here. Nice. Hey, Abyss, how's it going? Good to see. All right, I should probably put some little highlights, especially like on these ends of the shoelaces. Yeah, I think that's probably about it. Or maybe the edge of the box. Yeah, there we go. All right, and now some eyes. Big long shoelace. At least it looks more like an actual shoelace. That little wedge. I guess there's what, eyes on the shoelace as well. All right. Extremely low price. Explained by the box containing no shoes. Not even one. Yeah, there's an infamous scam in one of the areas in Japan where they have a shoe store with kind of like, designer shoes or more, fashionable shoes, and they only put one shoe out. They only put like the left shoe out, and the price is very low. The price on the left shoe is like $20 or whatever. So people are like, oh wow, that's a really good price for these shoes. And then you take it inside and they say, yeah, if you want the right shoe, that's $200. So each shoe has a different price. So probably a really good place for people with only one leg to shop, because if it's the right leg, it's the correct leg, then they oh wow, okay, I guess we are done with those. Then you get a really big discount on your shoes. All right, our gross sandwich. Well, we still have to write them, but it looks like we made some cartoons. All right, so let's head back to the convenience store once more. And we'll do our last two, queuing out mint green. I, of course, should have realized mint green was going to key out on my green screen. So what's the last two we've got here? So some kind of crunchy, oh, so karito, what is this? It's not mint, yeah, it's mint and something else. Mint chocolate and mint inside. Wow. So here, this is, I don't know, why do I even bother holding these up? It's a little crazy mint snack. I hope it's not by the same people that did that horrible salt chocolate. It may be. Getting on the mint is back. Oh, this looks like Nerds almost. Look at that. Is that key? Yeah, that's keying out too. But it's like, it's, if you know what Nerds look like, it's like a clump of little balls, almost like a, like a raspberry looking type thing, except less organized. It smells very minty. It's very waxy though. Oh, very crunchy. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, it's not, they're saying chocolate mint. So the flavor is chocolate mint of the chocolate on the outside. I believe the inside is mint candy, like as in little balls of hard candy. It's very, almost like I'm eating toothpaste. The flavor is overpowering. Yeah. Well, it's not quite like hard candy. It's some kind of like really concentrated crunchy mint candy, not like a, maybe like a hard candy, but something pretty hard, pretty firm. Yeah, way too minty, and there's no chocolate. It's white chocolate. It's mint flavored white chocolate coating on like almost mint hard candy. So like a breath mint or something. It's almost like a chocolate covered breath mint. Ugh. Oh, these are really bad. So bad they're falling out of my mouth. Wow. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No, it is. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see. It's going to key out. But yeah, they're showing kind of a mint candy here. That is such a bad idea. Oof. So like a mint, like a breath mint kind of lozenge type thing. Or even like a cough drop. More like a cough drop. But covered in chocolate. Ugh. Oh, that's a terrible idea. So I know you can't see this very well, but if you see something that looks like a bunch of little mint-colored nerds on a plate, it's worse than you can ever imagine. Wow, that's terrible. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to leave that. Leave that where it was. Okay, so hopefully, let's get centered here. Hopefully we can finish strong with a classic, a Japanese classic. I hadn't seen these before. So I hope they're good. But keying out again. Damn, mint is a bad idea. Yes, so Pucky did chocolate mint. So the sticks themselves, look like cocoa, maybe cocoa on the cookie as well. So if you know Pucky, it's a cookie stick that's usually dipped in chocolate and various stuff. So this is made by Guriko, which, yeah, I think is still Japanese. One of those companies got bought by a Korean company, but Guriko I think is still. I'm not sure. Maybe that is the one. But these are famously. So the reason that you would make a stick cookie is because eating these is supposed to look cute, right? So like young girls eating these looks cute as opposed to like jamming Oreos or chocolate chip cookies in their mouths. So this like modest little, you barely have to open your mouth to eat it, kind of, nibbling on a straw type thing. It's cute. So it's that Japanese cute aesthetic. So you're not going to see any cute here, but oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So it's a chocolate cookie. The stick is chocolate, and it's probably white chocolate, but they do pretty decent quality. It's not super strong. It's not like a lot of mint oil. A very light minty flavor. Not very sweet. Not the overwhelmingly sweet chocolate. On a chocolate cookie stick. All right, that's not bad. It's not amazing. The first one we had was probably the best. The Yamazaki biscuit, these guys. That was probably the best as far as a very minty, kind of Oreo cookie flavor. So this is not, as you can see, it's not that dark. The chocolate cookie is just a little cocoa flavored version of their regular stick. And this is the regular kind of thin coating of the chocolate. Some of the more deluxe Pocky, they get really thick because I put real heavy, maybe higher quality chocolate on there. And sometimes they'll, sprinkle nuts, like almonds or something on them. But this is pretty minimal. It's fine. Yeah, it's pretty much in there kind of, if you've had these before, they're not particularly, strong flavors. Very, mild and very understated. Yeah, these are good. Okay, that's good. We ended on a kind of positive note with a mint chocolate Pucky. Yeah, I would figure they wouldn't blow it. Yeah, this mysterious company, both of these, really have no idea. They're different companies, yeah. Noskara? Yeah, I don't, yeah. Well, there are no URLs on the packaging. That's very weird. Not even an address, just a phone number. But both of those mints were very strange. But these are good. So share the happiness. Oh, right. And you can give this as a gift. And look, there's a space for a message on the back of the box. Yeah, both, maybe for students, both Pocky and Kit Kat do this often. They try to turn the box that it comes in into a gift box, and so there's like a to and from, or you write a message and then give it to somebody. I think it's mostly for students. Well, that's good. We ended strong. Only totally keying out invisible box. Yeah, just Pucky Choco Mint. Yeah, so good. So we kind of, wow, only 50%. We're only batting 500 here, so the 2 out of 5 were the only even slightly palatable ones. Yeah, they didn't go all in with the very sweet white chocolate, and they didn't, they had chocolate. Like, you have to have chocolate with mint. If you're just calling it chocolate mint, but it's mint flavored white chocolate, that's not the taste. That's not the combination people are expecting. It has to be something milk chocolate or dark chocolate and mint. Yeah, that's very funny. All right, well, that will do it. We'll get back to our drawings here. So we got 4 cartoons to write, and then after we finish these, I'll make the JPEGs, and then we can take a look at the previous stuff from May. Late, no, I don't think, yeah, we'll see how far back. I don't think we have to go back to April. All right, so I can push this back in front of the camera, push this back a little bit, so I don't need to draw anymore. So a little escaped ice cube. Let's see. So hiding behind an ice cube. So something about not not wanting to be involved in the drink anymore. So they thought they would try their luck outside the glass. What? Oh, yeah, I knew this was going to be the hardest part here. Well, let me distract myself with the chat. It's strange to hear that there's a food or candy created just to make it cute when eating. Yes, isn't that? That's so Japanese, though. It's got that cute aesthetic. You don't have to open your mouth wide to eat it. And it looks cute holding it, and yeah, it's just silly. But it looks like you're eating like raw spaghetti. You know, it's like the stick. But there are a lot of stick foods here, though, because there's a lot of like fried foods, you know, stuff that's just fried on a stick. So it's not totally unusual from a lot of the stand food that you get. But yeah, it certainly is that genre. So the last ice cube. The last ice cube and the cherry had not gotten far. Or once outside the glass. Oh boy. What is going on here? I'm maybe sitting at a weird angle. There we go. I guess they can both be last. Didn't have, like, had sorry, had no plan. Didn't have a second What is it here? Once outside the glass, the last ice cube and cherry we're out of ideas. Okay. Sure, that made me laugh, so must be stupid enough for this cartoon. Out of ideas. Okay, let's get out of this glass. Okay, now what? I don't know. Okay, that works. We're out of ideas. So once outside the glass, the last ice cube and cherry were out of ideas. They planned that just about that far. Okay. Oh, that's right. Like what kind of sandwich? So maybe don't have to say. So the sandwich was so old. Didn't matter. Oh, jeez. There we go. Sold. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter anymore. An old sandwich. It wasn't even relevant. It wasn't even possible. It wasn't even. Oh yeah, it was impossible to tell. Or he couldn't tell at what point he stopped being a sandwich and just became old. Something like that. Was impossible. Tell when he stopped being a sandwich and was just stop being sandwich and was just old. No. Let's see here. And just became old. And just got old. And just got old. Okay. Yeah, that's the funny, ugly way to say that. He just got old. It was impossible to spell. Okay, I, and then the L, and then there we go. It was impossible to tell when he stopped being a sandwich and just got old. An old, horrible sandwich. All right. When he stopped being a sandwich and just got old. Cool. Excellent. Oh, no. All right. Whatever had been. Yeah, it's just that chunk of evil from the end of Time Bandits is all I can think of. It blows up his parents at the end. Oh, that's right, because they had to. That's right, he exploded. They beat the kind of ultimate evil guy at the end, and we have to get all of the pieces, or he'll still exist. And then when he goes back to reality or back to his world, back home, there's one piece left of it in the toaster oven, and it kills his parents. Oh yeah, there was something I remember watching something about the Time Bandits movie and saying the reason. So the studio didn't want them to kill the parents at the end, but they thought it was a funny joke. Was it Terry Gilliam is a Terry Gilliam movie. So, oh yeah, Terry Gilliam. That's right. So they had these cards from a screening, these opinion cards from a screening, and there was a technical problem where there was a delay and the projection, and people had to wait for them to get the last reel on or something, and some sort of thing that made people wait. And so on all of the opinion cards, the people wrote that the best part of the movie was the end, because it was over. You know, they're trying to insult the movie, saying, yeah, the thing I liked about it most is that it ended. But the way that they wrote it is the thing that they liked best was the ending. And because that was the part that was in question, that convinced the studio to leave that in. because the people hated the movie and were just happy for it to be over, but it was misinterpreted on a lot of the opinion cards. I thought that was pretty funny. All right, whatever had been for dinner was now just a matter for the fire department. Just a matter for the local fire department. Whatever had been for dinner was now just a matter for the local fire department. Or should I do more smoke then to get that across? So maybe, come on. Oh, that's right. It doesn't like when you're still in the text tool and you're trying to do stuff. All right, there we go. There is only texting. There is no paintbrush. Yeah, so if we do like a bigger lingering smoke, I think we're ruining it. No, you're ruining. Oh wait, yes, I am ruining it. I'm on the wrong layer. I thought I was on the correct layer. I was not. So let's try this again. Okay. And then what was this? Down to 50%. Oh, I think this is too brown, isn't it? I don't know. Is that good to make it look more out of control? I don't think so. I don't think it needs it. Okay. 2 periods at the end. Whatever had been for dinner was now just a matter for the local fire department. All right. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the sandwich, liking the sandwich joke. All right. Okay. Fire department. And then extremely low price was explained by the box not containing not can I spell any shoes. Not containing any shoes. Just a very long shoelace and some tissue paper. Extremely low. Is there a better way to say crazy prices? Crazy low prices? Extremely low price was explained by the box not containing any shoes. Yes, no shoes in the shoe box. Only one shoe. A one shoe joke. Oh. So it's just a box. not great, but anything else? Yeah. Not containing any shoes. Okay, that works. It's not. Oh, what? There's a extremely, thank you. That totally spelled wrong. Extremely. Jeez. So glad I did this. I was almost skipping the check there. The extremely low price was explained by the box not containing any shoes. All right. Oh yeah, the shared chat. Yeah, anything that's in the coming from other places, just like brr 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 brr. It just repeats everything. Oh yeah, I didn't have Twitch open either. I wonder if anybody was on Twitch. All right. Okay, that works. So let's make some JPEGs, and then we can look at the previous cartoons that I did off stream. And we should be good. Let's see here. Come on. All right. Yeah, these are take a minute longer to make here because they are a lot larger. Yeah, I'm glad I went back. I still have to go back through a few more of the years and change the resolution. But all of 2025 is at least reasonable. And 2024 maybe as well. But yeah, they just changed the requirements. Long ones. All right. Usually the longer the joke, the less funny. All right, save and there and there. All right. There we go. Yeah, I have a feeling the sandwich one might be popular on the... oh, and you can see all of the graphics for the weekly and all that good stuff. Let me open the Go Comics. Come on. Yeah, I was running really slow. Go Comics page. Does this work? Nope. Does this work? Nope. There we go. And capture the right... oh, it actually worked. Wow, my internet is just crazy slow. Yeah, so here's the new designed... oh, now it's got a frame? Oh no, that looks bad. Oh no. Yeah, they're still changing this design. So now they're putting this like gray frame around the cartoon. I should probably get rid of the copyright or something. See how weird that crops it? Great. Oh. Let me log in. Probably should be signing on online. Is it open in a new window? Nope. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I don't think my creator account is connected here. All right, but I'll just use it to try to keep track. Okay, so this was... wow, this is hard to keep all... let me try to shrink this down a little bit. See if it scales. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this design. It was a little bit better before. Oh, no, but the frame is gone. Okay, oh, so if you... okay. Yeah, well, the frame is gone at least. Okay, May 22nd was Any Chance of a Refill had long since burned away. The old burned out coffee pot. Oh, Ant-Man is back. He's been looking for a reason to switch to pods for a while. All right, yeah, I'm not crazy about the interface. Here's the popcorn bag one. The large caramel corn thought the warm, sticky sweetness would never end. But of course it did. All right. May 15th was he concluded from the lack of greeting cards that birthdays had become extinct. Well, sure that, or maybe the truth is all birthdays become extinct eventually. Oh, nice. Email cards are just not the same. That is true. All right, May 13th. He was a glassy reminder of all that had been lost. Milk in a bottle. All right. Let me see. Oh, I think I did. No, I think I did do this one on stream. Once the plastic model was completed, they felt like garbage. The plastic runners, and depending on the type of plastic, you can remelt it into a 3D printer filament these days. Oh, interesting. Made in China by slave labor, the recyclables are sent overseas, crushed and set adrift in the ocean, burnt in incinerators and landfills. Third world nations, the country with all of its municipalities has never had a decent recycling program. Amen. And Altman says that was the creation of recycling. All right. And May 6th. Yeah, I think I can't remember if I did these on stream, and I think so. Amongst the bottles, there was a distinct dislike of tubes. Yes, and we're talking about YouTube. All right. Yeah, I think I tried to draw these on stream. May 1st. This was the exact moment portable music knew it was going to die. I don't know about cassettes, but by the way, I have 3 or 4 cases of cassettes. Vinyl made an incredible comeback in the last 5 to 10 years. That's true. They are on life support without the internet and Wi-Fi. They will be brought back to life. Oh, yeah. My banana phone looks more like a corn phone. It's really badly done. April 29th. Neither the pineapple nor the banana phone could establish themselves as the funniest novelty telephone. I should have done a Garfield phone in there. I had one shaped like a box of Tender Vittles cat food. Wow. Thinking back, none of the phones were funny until they were smart. My banana phone is a Bluetooth cordless. All right. And chocolate. They seem to be struggling with the whole chocolate-covered pretzel concept. I personally love chocolate-covered pretzels. And let's see here. He was not satisfied being part of this nutritious breakfast. He wanted to be all. The bowl of groovy vanilla woofies is adjacent to this complete breakfast. He was merely thinking outside the box. Let's see. Oh yeah, haven't looked at any of these. The styrofoam cup and paper straw were unlikely to see each other again. It depends on where you live. Yeah, that's true. Smart money was on none of them containing a ball. But where was the smart crypto? A fool and his money were lucky to get together in the first place. Oh, that's a much better joke. He was 2% real juice, but somehow still 100% fun. All right. Yeah, people are very complaining about globalism and capitalism in the comments. All right. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at so far. Oh, look at those sprinkles in the jar. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, they're doing previous stuff. But, oh, wait, did they reset my followers too? Oh, no. I think they did. I had 17,000 before they did the oh, brother. Well, whatever. Yeah, I lost all my comments and lost all my followers on Go Comics. But, you know, I still get checks, so I'm happy. I'm not going to, whatever. Just don't have the followers. Okay. But I think that's going to do it for this week. Oh, we can open up something. Let's open up this funky old sandwich. And we'll be back in June, which is just a few days away. Yeah, so it'll be a couple weeks, and I'll be back with some cartooning in June. I think we've only got 2 weeks of cartoons. So, yeah, it was good to hang out with everybody. Thanks for checking out what was up. Sorry about the crazy yeah, the Frozen camera and stuff. Love those recent cartoons. Those are great, and the comments too. Oh, thanks, Handstead Dad. Yeah, yeah. Check back. Subscribe to either the Abuse Cartoons channel or the Upturned Table, and you'll get notified when this goes live in a couple of weeks for June. And Handstead Dad asked, do you ever think about how there is enough footage of you and your mannerisms to have an afterlife AI of yourself expelling the same essence of you? Yeah, early on in the stream, there was a computer science student that was saying, send me, all of the cartoons you've done so far, and I'll like train an AI on them, and then after you're dead, you can still be making new cartoons just based on everything you've done before. Yeah, that's a disturbing thought. That I could you could take footage of me and train something to replace me. That would actually be good. I would stream more often if I didn't have to stream. If it was just an AI rambling about Japan. Nice. Oh, sorry, I missed the cherry. Yeah, sorry. Where was the cherry? Strange to hear that food. You'd see, where was the cherry one? Sorry, I didn't keep a good eye on the chat. And still holds it up to the green screen. Yes, because I can see it. I'm not on a green screen. Right. Yeah, sorry, I totally missed the the cherry joke. But yeah, I wasn't even thinking that, of course, everything that's mint chocolate is green. Great. So it all keyed out. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I don't have and maybe blue would even be close enough, because the mint color is like kind of halfway between blue and green. So I think it would key out with both. I don't have a pink or yellow or any kind of other like keyable color. Yeah. I should just not bother keying myself out and just do a little box again, do a little window like early days. All right, but that's going to do it for this week, this month. Sorry, I forgot, it's a monthly stream. But I'll be back tomorrow on the Upturned Table channel with more. Oh, I gotta put that notice up there. More Indie Heat, our second session of Indie Heat Southbound. Matt will be running that, and then Friday the weekly. Probably with Matt as my co-host, and then we will be doing our session 0 for Daggerheart, which I thought would never happen. That's pretty funny. Of all the good games we could be playing, we're going to play Daggerheart, but it'll just be an interesting test, and it'll be kind of a test of like playing with a new group, like playing with people that haven't had been in a game before, just kind of like known each other online. So we'll see how it goes. Should be fun. Hopefully see you there, Abyss and Arturo. That will be a good time. But and hopefully all the everything worked out. Hey, Page of Earth is here. Oh no way! It's Yum. How you doing? Yeah, I try to stream sometime in the middle of the month, but it's gotten to be the end. Yeah, the day gets later and later, but yeah, I'll have to hang out on one of your streams too. Sorry, I get notifications and the time hasn't worked out yet, but yeah, good to see you. Thanks for catching the end. Yeah, so it's just a monthly stream and it's just at the end, but we're still on Upturned Table every week. It's just less, direct interaction. Although I did a pretty bad job this stream keeping up with the chat. But yeah, good to see everybody. And yeah, we'll be back. So yeah, I guess we've got streams for the next 3 days. So Outgunned, the weekly, and then Daggerheart. Daggerhearts. Oh, cool. Nice. But yeah, good to see everybody. How many times am I going to say that? But I appreciate the busy chat. That really helps, and I apologize for not keeping up with it and enjoying and showing off all of the invisible boxes. Is it mint or is it translucent flavor? Nice. Yes, the next lunar cycle, I will be around. So see everybody then, and take care. Yeah, take care, Yum. It was good to good to hear from you, and we'll be back again sometime in June, hopefully closer to the middle than the end. And see you guys tomorrow for on Upturned Table. So take care, and Upturned Table on all social media. Oh no, that's for Upturned Table. Yeah, that's for Abusecartoons on all social media. I haven't done this in a month. Abusecartoons on social media, abusecartoons.com. And gocomics.com/domestic abuse is the archive of the last 20 years of this cartoon. So see you next time, and take care. Goodbye.